live video. I am Jeanette, aka Sarayah. And before I get started, I always like to give glory, honor, and praise to the Most High. Guess who had time to go live again today? I share with you guys when I have time to do these pop-up lives, you all. I am just going to do it just to stop by to say, hey, what's up? How you doing? All of the things, right? All of the things where I'm headed to work. And what had happened was I got here early. All right. I was expecting more traffic out, but traffic was light today. It looks like it's going to rain today. It's lightly raining here in Chicago. And so, yeah, let it rain, honey. Let it rain. And so I end up being here a little bit early. But I shared with you all on our last live, I like to show up for work early anyway. All right. I like to show up. Oh, where's these right here? Y'all, I got so many gift cards. It ain't even funny. Hey, Sherry. Oh, let me put my glasses on, girl, so I can be able to see. How are you today? So good to see you. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago. Y'all know what? Let's see. It's a beautiful day here today in Chicago. It is lightly raining outside, but I don't even care, you all. I really don't. You saw I enjoy them. You're kind of brightening my day. Oh, thank you so much. That's the whole point, right? We just got to brighten each other's day to the best of our abilities. But anyway, I had ended up leaving out the house a little bit earlier, and I got to my destination really, really early. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking advantage of my time. I don't want any time to be wasted anymore because you can't waste time, but you can mistreat time, misuse time. So I'm just trying to make sure my time is a little bit more, being productive. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live. It all helps. It all helps with y'all, it helped with something. I don't know what it's helping with. Y'all, it's helping. That's what they keep telling me. Have y'all got y'all real IDs yet? Y'all, what is a real ID? Like, really tell me, what is a real ID? Isn't all the rest of my IDs real? I just don't know, y'all. Have y'all got y'all's? I work corporate. Well, I got a couple of jobs, but the main job is corporate. Yes. The main, and I do some other things on the side as well to bring in those extra coins, but you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kelly, I bring it every day. So, yeah, y'all, we had to go get these real IDs. We only have to I think it's May 7th, May 15th to go ahead and get it done. So I was there, seeking after my real ID. I was like, you telling me all the other IDs that I have, are they fake? I don't like the name Real ID. Like, everything else that we have, are they not real? Like, aren't they sufficient enough? But anyway, when I went down there, they was asking for so many different forms of, proof of who you are. I'm like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And I was telling the man, I was like, so what is this? Like, what is it? Like, why are we getting this? Like, what is the purpose of it? I'm like, oh my goodness, it's another way to get my coins. Every time you figure out a way to get the head, they figure out a way to take it. I'm just saying, Real ID. Use more additional identification and will be used for, for flights and everything. Louisiana has it to May 7th to get new IDs. I understand the concept, but it really doesn't apply to someone. I have like everything: driver license, state ID, passport, social, birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fly with all that identification. Like, what put me at risk from a real ID from my driver's license? Like, what is it? Is I more trustworthy because I got a real ID? Is it going to be safer to fly with the real IDs? You know what I'm saying? It's like, we just got to go with the program, y'all. Just go with the flow and let it flow and work for you. It doesn't matter because I still went and got it. I was like, okay, if that's what you guys, I know, right? Oh, yes, I did. They asked for it. I was like, okay. When I went there, I was like, I have a passport because people was telling me if you have a passport, you don't need it. Psych. Psych. I went there and I was like, I have a passport. They was like, yeah, that's a form of ID that you can use to get the real ID. I say, for real? I say sometimes your information that people say to you, it's better to just confirm it with them just to make sure you ahead of the game and not behind. Hey, my YT bestie, distinctly handcrafted, the beautiful Priscilla. How are you today? I've never flown, so it's not significant for me. And in the climate, I don't plan to fly now. I totally understand. I know it's for flying purposes. And if that's where they're at, I like to fly. I like to travel, and I travel via plane. Um, and so if that's the procedure, I go with it. I don't fight what's unworthy of fighting. You know what I'm saying? I just go ahead and get it because I actually got a trip that's coming up. So I was telling my sister, I was like, we're going to be flying this year. So let's make sure we have all our documentations. And so everything can be, smooth sailing because I love to travel. I love to travel, and I got a lot of mileage under my belt, and I want to continue on with those privileges of flying. Just doing a little, oh, awesome. And you know what happened was I was working on my project this morning, one of my projects this morning. And so I left out the house. I was like, I'm not going to have time to take it with me because what I'm be doing today is pretty busy throughout the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take anything with me. And then I end up getting to work early. And I was like, you know what? That could have been a few more rows or a couple more rows done. But nevertheless, I always want my craft to be relaxing for me. I'm teaching someone right now to learn how to crochet. So that's very rewarding to me. Um, I've been using it as like a side business. It's very lucrative. So I've been using it as a side business because teaching someone how to crochet in person is different from teaching you over the internet. This is hands on. So that's been very rewarding to see her progress and everything like that. So I'm very happy with certain things that I'm trying to do to navigate. They are moving very, very well, and I'm very happy about it. And sometimes everything doesn't have to be at a expedient rate. I'm trying to take things a little bit more milder, like slow is the fastest way. So yeah. Yeah. She was like, you know what? And she's a nurse. She's a nurse. My student is a nurse, and she was telling me, Jeanette, I gotta do something. I'm looking at this police. She said, I gotta do something to try to help my mental and help my stress and help me to like relax and stuff like that. And every time I see you crocheting, you always look like you're in your happy place. And I'm like, because I am. And so she was like, would you take me on as a student? I said, absolutely. And we went over, price and everything. I supplied her with the material for her to start off with. That was part of the package. And now she is just loving it. And I was like, you know what? I'm giving you like mindless things to do, learning the stitches. And I said, this will, when you have like your downtime or you just trying to relax, I say, just do a few rows. It gets your mind off of everything else that, you may have going on. And so far, she is loving it. She was like, Jeanette, you're a great teacher and da 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 da. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So, because I've had so many people ask me for opportunities for me to do a one-on-one with them. And I was like, I said this can work out. Yeah, so I was doing that. So I'm very happy. But then when COVID hit, people kind of shied away. But now that I'm able to sit down and if you want to put your mask on or whatever, I feel good doing it with you one on one, and that way it's just student and teacher. And she be calling me on the phone. She'd be like, "Teacher, I think I messed up." I was like, "Okay, let's put stitch markers. Let's use all the things to make sure we doing the things right." So she excited about it. I'm excited that she excited. I really am. It's a level of fulfillment for me. I like to help people, you guys. I really do. It's it blesses you. It helps you when you willing to help someone else. And like I said, doing this is something that she wanted to do. She wanted to learn. And sometimes people learn better when you charge them a fee, because they lose interest when it's free. You know what I'm saying? But you be like, yeah, my time is yeah, it's valuable. I got people I gotta take care of. So yeah. And you tend to pay attention a little bit more, because hey, this is costing me. I better pay attention to what my teacher is saying, my instructor is saying. So I love it when she be saying that. So it helps me. And then maybe she can pass it, play it forward, and bring me more students. So you just never know how God gonna work things out for you. His ways are not your ways, honey. His ways is so advanced. Why you be trying to, like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this to bring in extra income, or I'm thinking about trying this. Man, you leave it, you put it in his hands, and it just comes to you. You be like, oh, okay, that just worked itself out for me. Look at God. He's so wonderful, you guys. I praise him every day, all day, because he is so worthy of the praise. I don't give myself no credit. When she's telling me I'm patient and all those things, I give him the credit. I give him the praise, because patient is a virtue, but patient is something that you have to pray for. You know what I'm saying? Because we got everything in life today is always like rush, 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 rush. And so when someone can be patient with you, and man, that's beautiful. I'd be like, girl, that's beautiful. I'd be like telling her, like, no problem. No problem. I want you to learn at your own pace. I want you to learn. The bottom line is, and she only done a few roles, right? And everybody's claiming this. I started her off with a scarf. Scarves are the most, for me, teachable item to make when you're learning how to crochet. Let me ask you guys, if you're a crocheter or a knitter, have you ever taught anyone how to do your craft? My simplest projects to do are scarves. Like I always start you off with a scarf and a hat. That is going to be your two items that you're going to learn to make from me first. Blankets are super easy. Everything is easy. But if you know how to make a hat or a scarf, you can get that crochet hook, knitting needles to go any direction you want. I have only time, and that's great. That is so awesome. When you teaching someone, it's like, so I'm teaching her how to make the scarf. And so her daughters and her granddaughter, you say they started at 5%, and your children are very gifted, very talented, because look who their mom is, not taking anything away from the dad. But she already said that they claiming the scarf. They like, Mom, when you get through with the scarf, I want it, and the other daughter wanted it. And she's like, Jeanette, I don't even know what I'm doing, and they already claiming it. I was like, girl, the first one is always yours. You know what I'm saying? I say the first one, you're so welcome. The first one is always your item, because you want to always remember what you did first. So the second and the third, make it for them, but this one I want you to keep for yourself, so you could just remember, see how far you progress, So it's exciting for me, you guys. Get excited for things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I try to find something daily to get excited about and kind of drive on that excitement. It don't matter, whatever I'm doing, whether it's small or whether it's big. I try to find the joy and the excitement of it, and I'll be like, yeah, I did that. That was really good, you know. So that's where I'm at, trying to find that joy, just that balance in this thing called life. Because let me tell y'all something right here, right now. It is cold here in Chicago. Okay. I was talking to one of my sisters today, and I was telling her, I say, winter do not want to let Chicago, winter don't want to let us go. Winter do not want to let us go. Priscilla, what's the temperature? Let me know what the temperature are where you all are at. Because, honey, winter is holding on to us for dear life. I'm like, where is spring? We got a few days of spring. We even got one day that felt like a summer day. But winter has showed her face back up, and it's like, you can let us go now. You can really let us go. You say that is great. That would keep her encouraged and have something to do. She would need to make them a scarf. Yeah, she would make it next. And by her being a traveling nurse, because she's a traveling nurse, by her being a traveling nurse, it will really help her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just do it on your downtime. I don't ever want this. Because one time she had missed like a whole week of doing it. And she was like, Jeanette, I'm so sorry. I said, how? No, we're not sorry. We're not sorry from a craft. If you don't have time, I say, I only want you to do this when you have the time. I never want you to stress yourself out, because you don't need to, I don't want to add stress to you. I want to release it, you know. It's 44 here now. It snowed last night though. Priscilla, y'all got our leftover snow, because the snow had went through Chicago and then it made it out there where you guys are at. So it's like, it's probably about in the 40s today too, but it's a cold 40 because it was just lightly raining right now, but it's a cold rain. I'm like, winter, can we have our spring? Can we please have our spring back? Because you just ain't fair about it, winter. You're just not fair, you know. I don't think it's supposed to start getting nice until I think Sunday. We're going to move up to the 50s, you guys. That may not seem like a high temp for you, but the 50s for us be like, we on our way. We are on our way, okay, to the 60s and the 70s. So I'm excited about it, the nicer weather. Yep, I got your weather a day later. Yeah, because it snowed. Today is Thursday. It snowed Tuesday here. I think it's Monday. Monday or Tuesday, it snowed. But it didn't stick. It just snowed. And I'm looking like, snow, really? Really? And when I'm like driving downtown and I be seeing, because whatever city you live in or whatever state you live in, you can always notice people that's not from there. And I was like, I don't know what you guys heard, but April is not the month to visit Chicago unless you just like the cold. Because I'm not going anywhere on vacation from cold to cold. No. No, ma'am. If it's cold in your state, I would not be visiting. No, I'll visit once it gets warm, because it's already cold here. Why would I leave to go from cold to cold? No. Because I just feel like you can't tour it unless you just like cold like that. I just figure you just can't tour different places. But I be looking at them, but they look like they're having a good time, because Chicago does have a lot of tourist sites and tourist things to do. They have improved tremendously. Like in our downtown area and all those things, it is so many things, so many like events and like opera and different Shin-Yu or Shin-Yan, or however you pronounce that, that's coming back to Chicago. We just have so many things that go on in our theaters and just a lot of beautiful things. So yeah, this is not a sponsor video. I am not sponsoring to come to Chicago. Just like any place that you go to, you got to know what areas to go to and what areas you don't want to run into. Don't go there. Don't do it. Do not try it if you want to. Go down that street if you want to. You go down that street, I don't know. You're taking your own risk going down there. You're taking your own risk, but there is a lot of stuff that's going on right now in Chicago that is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to take advantage of all those things that I'm talking about. I'm trying to make sure that I'm taking advantage of it as well. Sometimes living in your own city and state, you don't even take advantage of all the events, all the shows, all the beautiful things. So I want to enjoy, my neck of the woods as well. What is a good local place to go to? A good local place to go. It all depends on where you at, but downtown Michigan. Downtown Michigan is the place to be. It is the place to be. Downtown Michigan. It's a lot of stuff that you can shop with, you can go, you can eat. Chicago is known for our pizza, so we got a lot. Girl, they in competition down there. Like, what's your best pizza down here? So downtown Chicago is the best place to be because in that parameter, it gives you all of the, you can walk down this block and find things to do. You can go down this street and find like the Nordstrom and we have what we call the water tower. The water tower is like a mall, but inside this mall is so many things you can do inside of it. So it's called the water tower. We used to have right across the street from the water tower, you could be able to like ride the horses, like a carriage rides. I'm not for sure if the carriage rides are still going on in Chicago, but we used to have the carriage ride, and when people got off of the carriage ride, they would go over to the water tower, or they'll go shopping on Nordstrom, or if you're going back east, you at the lake. You are literally at the lake where the water is beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. They have outdoors like volleyball, women's volleyball. And when I say outdoors, that means anybody can participate in it. You don't have to be, it's not a team. It's just if you want to play those different activities and outdoors like bar and grills. They have a lot of outdoors bar and grill, nice music that they's playing. So it's so many things that you can like do and not have to feel like you got to do it all in one day. You can all, do it. You can spread it out and just still have, amazing time. So yeah. You said, I heard Detroit wants to build something like we have the Navy Pier. Thank you. The Navy Pier. I do videos about the Navy Pier on my second channel. You can go for these fancy boat rides. We went last year. One of my friends invited me out to a cruise, a boat ride. And we took the biggest boat, which was the Odyssey. And y'all, it was so wonderful. The Navy Pier is an event all of its own. It's an event all of its own, but in the summertime, or I think it doesn't start to end of May, where you can start like getting on the boats. And on the boats, if you schedule it right, you get to have dinner there. They have live music there, or you got a DJ that's playing music. You can sit out on the deck if you want to get a suntan, or just sitting out just to enjoy everyone else. It is so amazing. So yeah, downtown Chicago is the place to be in the summertime on Michigan specifically, because Michigan is the main street where you get all the tourist types of events that goes on. So yeah, being down there is just so amazing. Sometimes when I walk down, we have the Buckingham Fountain. They have a lot of casinos that they build in here in Illinois. I'm like, I don't know. I am not a gambler. I am not a gambler, you guys, but they do have a lot of casinos that they are building around Chicago. If that's your thing, but it's not so much mine, but if it's yours. So yeah. Yeah, I think I could be a tour guide, just be like, okay, let me take you to all the places that I think you will absolutely love. Now, you can go to the Navy Pier and get on a boat, or you can go right downtown. We have bike rides. People like put you on the back of their bike, which is like a carriage ride, but it's on a bike. So they think of a lot of things to do to bring in tourists, to make sure they have a good time. It'd be a great time because I have done it. I'm like, I live here and I'm just enjoying it to the most, you know. And at the Navy Pier, it's like a inside mall, but it's concerts there. Besides the boat rides, it's concerts, stores, food courts, everything. It's just an amazing place to, you know, enjoy yourself, for one to enjoy themselves. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I'm just saying, doing a little things. You said no. Most I play at the casino is the penny. And I know, girl. I think the highest I go, Sherry, is a quarter. I go for the ambiance. I don't go to really like lose money. You know what I'm saying? And everybody I go with, they always be telling me, oh, you gotta spend money. You got to spend money to make money. Yeah, I don't want to spend it on these slot machines, or I definitely could never like play like a table, like blackjack and all that. That is, they would say, oh, you will win because you don't know what you're doing. No, I'm not taking that chance. I'm not taking a chance on playing blackjack because I ain't never played it. So all of a sudden I'm going to win. No, thank you. I play those pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, slot machines. And after that, I'll be like, no, thank you. You can't even take $1 at a time for me. I'll be like, no, thank you. I am just, it's just not my thing. And I have been to a lot of casinos. I've been to LA. I mean, I've been to Las Vegas. So of course I see a lot of what you call it, but I have a limit. I'd be like $10, $20. $20 for me to lose at a casino is my max. I lose $20. I'd be like, that was a meal. You ain't getting 21. I ain't turning this 20 into 40. No. I lost my 20 and I'm okay with that. But to lose more than that, to each his own. We all got our own things that we like to do. Some people probably think we buy too much yarn or too much crochet hooks or too much craft things. So we all got our different things that we like to do. And that's where I want to spend my money on. Things that bring me joy. Gambling does not bring me no type of joy. No, ma'am, it sure doesn't. But anyway, you all, I just had a little downtime and I just want to spend that downtime with you all. I got to be back in here at 12. Yes, 20 is my limit. Anything more makes my stomach hurt. Laugh out loud. I know, Sherry. It will make them like, 20, I can. It is what it is. I lost $20. It's okay. It's all right. But once it go past that, say what? Say what? Girl, no ma'am. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much. Hey, Kim, what's up? So good to see you. Good to see you, Kimberly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm going to get on out of here. The thing about that is we can sell what we make and get that money back. Yes, plus more. Yes, Priscilla is absolutely correct. I'm here to make money. I ain't trying to lose money. I want to make money. So, but whatever your pleasure is, your enjoyment is, some people do it and it's a level of release for them. It's a stress reliever for them. Everybody views different things differently. So I would never want to, criticize anyone for what they do. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone, it doesn't hurt you or your family. When it gets to a point that it has started affecting my home, my family, taken away from my responsibility, now we have a problem. I have been around people where the money start affecting their families and homes. And I just never understood why they would put an ATM on these casinos and on these boats. I never understood why you can deed over your house, you can deed over your car, title over your car. I just feel like that's just too extreme for a person to be in that position where, what are you doing taking your deed to the casino anyway? Why you got your title to your car anyway? You must be a really big gambler to even think about taking those type of documents to. And I know somebody personally that did it. And I just felt like it's a sure way to make somebody lose their home and their cars and their families, because they got this addiction. It's like, when you overly drinking. Like the bartender gotta let you know you have reached your limit. Like I don't care if you got the money to buy more, you gotta stop. I'm not serving you. So casinos should be the same way, but they're in the business of making money. So surely they're not gonna tell you to stop. Like stop for what? Give it all to us. So that's what it is. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay. I hope your day is going great. But if it's not, I hope it gets better. I really do. But remember, we're responsible for making it better, right? Okay. All right, you guys. You say thanks for the chat. YT Bestie, have a great day. You as well. Love you guys. Appreciate you so much. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later in these YouTube streets. You say I worked at our local casino and will watch the local walk around looking at the four for falling chips after they have lost their money. Yeah, you know, and then when you be on those boats where they give you free drinks, they get you all intoxicated, you know what I'm saying? And now it's a lot. It's a lot. So, you know, be careful out here, right, y'all? All right, you guys, love you, and I'll see you guys in our next video. But until then, continue in love, continue in prayer, and continue seeking after the word of the Most High. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Have a great day.